Well, it's another fortnight, and another fortnight of hard work, I would say, for the channels.
Yes.
And we are back again.
We're here. Hello.
Exactly, number 11. We got a while till triple figures, but we'll keep going. We made double. That's good for now.
Yes.
Exactly right, yeah. Well, anyway, how are you? How's TBG?
TBG is okay, yeah. He is carrying on as per. Yeah. Three a week as intended. Thankfully, that is still holding up. I'm kind of looking ahead to holiday, although it's in about 8 weeks. I'm just conscious of trying to get myself ahead so that content happens while I'm away, because I'm away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so you want stuff? Do you want stuff already uploaded and scheduled, ready for the 2 weeks?
Ideally, I if I remember while I'm on holiday, I might publicise the fact that there are videos online on Twitter and Facebook. But I would like at least for the videos to already be there, scheduled in, so that they just arrive.
Yeah.
Because I'll be too busy drinking beer.
Lovely. Alcohol-free beer, of course. No.
Alcohol-free beer if you're 17 or under.
Which, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's where are you going for your holiday anyway?
We're going to Zante.
Oh, that sounds alright.
Yeah, with our own private pool.
Oh,
yeah.
Lovely.
Basically, when everything all went blah with the house, we thought, screw this, we're going to book ourselves a really nice holiday and look forward to that. So, finally, it's on its way.
That sounds damn perfect, actually.
Indeed, yeah. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, enjoy yourself. When is that?
Middle to end of June, running into July.
Oh, okay. That's where I'll be at home with work picking up terribly.
Yeah, probably. That'll be just about as Christmas hits, won't it?
Yeah, just about as Christmas hits. Cool. I'll be working mainly in my job role on my own for that time.
Oh, of course you will. Yes, you'll be left to your own devices by then.
Indeed. But we all like a challenge, so yeah.
Yes.
While I'm tearing my hair out, you'll be tearing the lid off a beer, I think.
Yeah. It's a good job you have your own little projects to distract you from.
Indeed,
that wonderful life.
Yeah, I might have some more little projects. I'm not entirely sure, because obviously, I don't know if you saw this morning, put up a poll saying, should I have a branch channel for TV and film related videos?
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah, well, that's a poll.
Oh, okay.
Feel free to vote on it.
Will that poll still be in existence when this video goes live?
It stops the same time the video goes live.
Oh, okay. So anyone listening to this, it's too late.
Yeah. I'll just try to edit. Polls can't be edited after they've received votes.
So you can't extend it.
No, well, this is out, if you're listening to it, 5:30 on a Sunday. The poll stops at 6 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So there might be a little bit of a crossover.
Yeah.
For those really keen people.
Exactly. Currently 10 votes, 70-30% swing to, yes, we'd love to see it. So, yeah, I've always thought about it. Like, obviously, where you do a crossover on your channel of wrestling and gaming.
Yes.
I've been thinking about doing, but it would be a branched channel, so I'd make up like a dummy email and everything and have a second channel. Mm-hmm. And just call it like Pokepidge TV Film or something along those lines. And just talk about stuff like, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Marvel, just anything that's current around the time. It might not be as active as Pokepidge, but...
Yeah.
Or even as extensive, like if it's a Game of Thrones weekly review or anything, it might be a very quick summary.
Oh, okay, yeah, like a 5-minute thing or something.
Yeah, still in two minds about it myself. I just wanted to see, because obviously it will take a hell of a lot more editing if I start doing that properly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how the vote goes. If it's a massive swing to say yes, I'll probably do it. But if it's sort of 60-40 or less in favour of that, I'll
So
I'll have a think.
If it's as close as Brexit,
then
you won't bother. Or
probably not.
Or you'll take 2.5 years to decide how to do it and then still not do it.
I'll let everyone know on Halloween.
In 2023.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it's just something I've felt like doing, but also logistically, you know, trying to get the clips and pictures of films and stuff that's only just been shown and all of that. You know, like if it was a Game of Thrones thing, trying to find screenshots and what have you to make it, rather than just me talking to a camera without much music apart from the theme tune in the background on repeat. You know, trying to make it actually a little bit entertaining. It's there's a lot of thought going into it.
Nice.
But if it, like I say, if it's unanimous, then great. If it's not unanimous, then I might not bother just yet.
If it's 70-30 at the moment, it won't be unanimous.
No. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll share it again a couple of times. But
cool.
But yeah, so, you know, that's for when I get mega successful with YouTube and get tens of thousands of followers and I have time to do it as a living.
Yeah, and you can hire an editor to do all that awful side for you.
But yeah, and then apart from regular uploads, that's been my week, so there we go. Stuck to the schedule.
Nice.
3 Master Trainer series episodes, so we're all on track.
We're all on track. Nice.
Yeah, all on track. And of course, this today for Sunday, which is today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely today.
The logistic day thing. Oh dear. But did you want to kick off proceedings?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
It's
worth saying to the viewers, we don't often know what the other's going to talk about, so it's...
No, in fact, this time, I think I gave you one clue. Didn't I say the word consoles to you?
Yes, you did, yeah. And that's all I know.
That's all you know. Well, to be honest, until this morning, that was all I knew as well. Outside of a loose concept. Basically, I have 5 different consoles here, and I'm just going to do a little bit of 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, okay.
So, if we were focusing, for argument's sake, anyone that's not aware of the concept, if I were to pitch to you 3 things to do with the Pokemon world, I could say the voice of Detective Pikachu in the upcoming film is Ryan Reynolds. The 2 games coming up at the end of the year are called Sword and Spear, and Ash's hometown is Pallet Town.
Right, okay.
2 of those are true, 1 of them isn't. Which one isn't?
Do I get 50-50? Oh, no, that wouldn't work. Well, it's B,
yes.
Or 2, or whatever you want to call it, yeah.
In that example, yes.
Yes, it's Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
And there's many memes about having a 3rd one called Gun. So.
Yes, well done Spain for actually doing, well, not just them, but for actually publishing that in their proper news websites and papers and everything.
Spain and China do a lot.
Yeah.
Pokemon wise. Anyway, sorry.
So yes, the 5 consoles that I've picked out, it's kind of pretty much at random. I have the PlayStation 1 and 2.
Lovely.
The Game Boy.
Okay.
The first Xbox.
Ooh. Okay.
And the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, lovely.
So, pick
Specialist
one,
subject.
basically. Yeah, you pick one, and we'll do them in the order that you select them at.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go PS1 and 2 first.
Okay, so we'll do the PS1 first.
Oh, right. Oh, they're set. Right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got 3 things for each console.
Okay, PS1.
Yeah. So PS1 first.
Yeah.
My 3 things are: 1, it was initially developed as an add-on with Nintendo for the SNES.
Right.
2, it was the first CD-based console. Or 3, the best-selling game on this console was Gran Turismo.
Oh. I think it... Oh, I'm just trying to think now. I think it was the first CD-based one. I think so. I'm trying to remember if Dreamcast was CD-based now. And if it came first.
Haha. Yeah, see, that's the thing as well.
I think Dreamcast was slightly after PS1. I'm trying to remember by school. Oh, I don't know, actually. Anyway, right, I'm too hung up on Dreamcast now. I think Gran Turismo was the... No, was it? And then the first one you said it was
The
something
first one initially developed as an add-on with Nintendo for the SNES.
Right, yeah. I think that one's true.
Okay, so you're ruling that one out.
Yeah, which is obviously like the Hangman's Noose there. I'm gonna say Gran Turismo best-selling was false. I'm gonna kick myself for it.
Okay, would you dare to hazard a guess as to what the best-selling game was if it wasn't Gran Turismo?
Lemmings. I don't know. I would guess. I don't know. No. Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
1. That's what I'd guess.
Well, I can tell you the best-selling game was Gran Turismo.
Oh.
And it was indeed initially developed as an add-on with Nintendo for the SNES. And Nintendo basically scrapped that idea because Sony wanted too much control over it.
I must admit, I didn't know that 100%, but that did definitely ring a bell the second you said it, which is always a tell.
Always handy. Yeah, and so, Sony basically took what they'd started developing and went, well, just make our own one then. Screw you, Nintendo. But yes, now, technically, it was sort of the first CD-based console. However, there was a Sega CD add-on for the Mega Drive and Genesis that came out beforehand, which had different series of games and kind of its own running system. So technically, it wasn't the first CD-based console.
Right, okay. Well, I've learned something there.
There we go. So, PlayStation 2.
Yes, PS2. I like this game. It's good.
Thing the One. It was the first console to allow for backwards compatibility to an older version of its console.
Yeah.
It is the best-selling console of all time.
Yeah.
And third, the final game for the PlayStation 2 was released in 2014.
Okay. I'm pretty sure the first one was true. Again, I had a tell when you said it. There was something in my head that went, yeah, that's true. Right. Second one, best-selling console of all time.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I'm sceptical about. Is that handheld or household or any?
It is all.
All? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because I think the Game Boy would... No, because there's something that tells me the PS2 was. PS2 or Game Boy. I'm going to Google it after I've answered. And then the third one... I'm sure the backwards compatibility was fine. The first one, I'm sure that was correct.
Mm-hmm.
Option C. I forgot what option C was now.
Option C, the final game for the PlayStation 2 was released in 2014.
Oh, that was it, yeah. I'm going to say that's false, because I think they... Oh, well... Do you mean like new game?
Yeah, brand new game developed for that particular console.
Okay.
Was released in 2014.
I'm going to say that's false.
Okay.
Because I think they stopped making games in 2014. Or something like that.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
I can tell you are incorrect again, unfortunately. Oh. The final game was released in 2014. It wasn't just for the PlayStation 2. I'm sure they released it on the PlayStation 3 as well. But there were a couple in 2013, but the final one was Pro Evolution Soccer 14.
Oh, was that still a PS2?
That was still for the PS2, yeah, according to my research.
I forgot that was still a thing. Do people still play that?
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm sure they would have developed it for the PlayStation 3 as well, and I can't believe there was that much of a crossover for all those years, because the PlayStation 3 was around in about 2006.
Yeah.
So, but there we go. And it is still the best-selling console of all time, with over 155 million units sold worldwide.
Okay, then.
But in terms of backwards compatibility... Yeah. I've got you on a technicality again, I'm afraid. There was, for the Game Gear, there was an adapter called the Master Gear which allowed for backwards compatibility of old cartridges to work on a handheld device of the Game Gear.
Oh, okay. Right.
So, technically, it wasn't the first one.
Okay. Alright, okay.
Okay. Looking at the other three, there's no more technicalities. You just happen to pick the two awkward ones off first.
I'm just looking at the best... Yeah, I'm just looking at the best-selling consoles of all time. It's PS2, 157 point something. I'm not going to say the point. And then it's DS, which I'm really annoyed I didn't say because I thought that was up there, which is 154 million.
Close, yeah.
And then Game Boy third at 118. I knew there was one of the Nintendos was a high-up one. I'm annoyed I didn't say that. Never mind.
Anyway,
I'll tell you what.
Get off the internet, otherwise you'll be cheating.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's go Xbox One. I don't know much about Xbox, so I'll probably get this one right.
I don't, to be honest. I'm not going to have too much to say on this. This was just the research that I came across. Right. Thing one, it's the first console to have an inbuilt hard drive save system.
Okay.
Its original name was DirectX Box.
Right, okay.
And third, it was Microsoft's first ever involvement with the home console system.
Okay. I believe they would have had some involvement at some point. And DirectX I know is obviously a thing for computers.
Mm-hmm.
DirectX Box. But why would that mean anything to do with a game? It's just a word. And then the first one was the hard drive. I'm going to go with with the hard drive.
What, you're saying that it wasn't the first console to have an inbuilt hard drive save system? Don't forget, two of these things are correct.
Yeah, that was it. I've got it wrong way around now.
Yeah, two of these things. Only one is incorrect.
I'm picking the false thing, which is I'm going DirectX Box as false.
So you don't think its original name was DirectX Box?
No.
Okay. Well, it was.
Okay, damn.
It was the first console to have an inbuilt hard drive for save systems.
Yeah.
But it wasn't their first complete involvement with the home console. They did work with Sega to port Windows into Dreamcast. So although they didn't develop one themselves, they kind of worked closely with Sega for features of the Dreamcast.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I've learned something on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
But DirectX isn't a... anyway, yeah.
DirectX, I think, was an operating system.
Yeah.
And presumably it's a version of the operating system that they had in it, and they just thought, actually, it doesn't sound very good. And the X at the beginning and end kind of works for a...
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah.
Yeah, oh well, I'm not an Xbox fan anyway.
No, neither am I, never have been.
No.
So we've got Game Boy or Switch left.
I'm going to go Game Boy next.
Game Boy, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Game Boy then Switch. End on the specialist, which I'll get wrong again.
Fact 1. It was the first console to sell over 100 million copies worldwide.
Right, okay.
Tetris was the only launch title for it in Japan, North America, and in Europe.
Okay.
So basically what I mean by that is there were other launch titles maybe in Japan that weren't available in North America or Europe, but Tetris was the only one that was available in all three places at launch.
Okay.
And the last thing... kind of spin-off versions of this include the Pocket and Lite.
Oh. I remember Game Boy Pocket, I think. Or I might just be thinking of my micro Game Boy that I've got. Which is... I'm going to say... Oh, no, but I don't know. I haven't heard the Tetris one before. If that is true. Which would be nice if it was, because that's a nice fact to know. I think it was the first thing to sell over 100 million copies, because it was huge.
Mm.
I'm going to say there was more available to the Western world than Tetris.
Okay, you've got one correct, sir.
Yeah, good. I hadn't heard that one.
In fact, Tetris wasn't actually available for when it launched in Japan.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
It was
okay.
available in North America and Europe, but not Japan. There were 3 games that were available in all 3 regions, and they are Super Mario Land,
Yep.
Alleyway,
Right, okay.
and a game just called Baseball.
Yeah, I know of base. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very old.
Yes. So there we go. Ding, 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 ding,
Okay.
ding.
Yeah,
He knows
1 out
Nintendo
of
stuff.
4. Who would have thought it? Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah. I knew the selling the 100 million copies thing. Even before, I know I've looked at Google things, but even before that, by the fact that I said I think Game Boy might be.
To be honest, yeah. I mean, when you were mentioning that to do with the PlayStation 2, I thought, well, chances are you're going to be okay with that fact for the Game Boy then. So.
Yeah, I've never heard anything about Tetris as a fact. So.
Yeah. There we go.
Lovely. All right. Yeah. Lovely.
So we're left with the Switch.
Yes, indeed. I've got one next to me, but I won't use it.
Okie dokie.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Thing 1. It has outsold the Xbox One.
Okay.
Worldwide.
Right, okay.
It was designed to coexist with handheld devices and not replace them.
Okay.
And it is the first home console, not counting handheld stuff here, just actual proper home consoles.
Plug into the telly console.
Yep. First home console since 1997 not to use any form of a disc for game distribution.
Right, okay. I'm just thinking of all consoles that might... Because obviously, alright, we had cartridges, then we went to discs.
Yes.
Okay, I'm fairly confident that one's true. And I think it was designed to coexist. Because they're still releasing 3DS titles. And the first one sold more than Xbox One. It's outsold Xbox One.
Yeah,
right.
Outsold the Xbox One worldwide.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to open up the page and cheat because you'll see the reflection in my glasses. So it's, and I'm not a cheater. I don't like that. So, I don't think it has. I don't know, but I will be looking up to see how many it sold. I reckon it's about 50 million.
I can tell you from what I found afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
One way or the other.
I'm going to say that's... I'm going to be really annoyed and get this wrong now. I'm going to say that's the false one and the others are true.
What, you think it the coexist with the handheld devices and the first home console for not to have discs since 97? They're both correct, yeah?
Yeah.
He certainly does know his Nintendo because he's correct on that one. According to the figures I found... Bearing in mind there was a 4-year gap between release dates.
Yes.
The Xbox One has sold 41 million copies worldwide, and the Switch has sold 32 million.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad as far as I'm concerned.
That isn't bad at all.
9 million difference in 4 years.
That really isn't bad whatsoever.
No. It's been out, 2 years?
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon just coming up to 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it. People should buy one now.
Yes, everyone should buy one.
Yeah, and use it all the time.
Indeed, yes.
Oh, okay then.
So there we go.
I got 2 out of 5 and they were both Nintendo, so I'm alright with that. Fans of the channel, I'm still a Nintendo guy.
You definitely are, out of the two of us, the Nintendo guy, yes.
I'll take that.
Cool.
Oh, brilliant. Lovely stuff. Alright, do that again. Do another one of them at some point.
Well, presumably with different consoles, yeah?
Well, you can do, yeah.
I'll do exactly the same consoles with exactly the same facts and see if you can remember them.
Memory test. Okay then, lovely. Well, seeing as we spoke about the Switch, I'm going to move on to that.
Okay.
And I think for the 3rd time in a row, not specifically solely talk about Pokemon.
Oh.
I know. I'm just basically going to talk through my experiences with Yoshi's Crafted World.
Ooh, nice.
And basically just what I think of the game, basically. I was thinking of doing a review video, and I might do, but seeing as it's still fresh in my head, and I've actually not really got halfway through the game yet. I've only really played about 3 sort of world level-y type bits. Mm-hmm. Because I think you get like different lands, and you can have a couple of levels in those, and then you can move on to the next bit, etc., etc.
Oh, okay,
yeah, I've only really done 3 of those. But it's fantastic, really. Basically, I like games where you have to get all the things, and there's lots of different things, if that makes any sense. So
yes,
yeah, sort of like Breath of the Wild, where you can get Korok seeds, you can get weapons, you can get any kind of items, you can get clothing, collecting the spirit orbs, etc. There's loads. It's not quite that scale, it hasn't got 900 things to collect. But it's basically you go through a level trying to get the flowers of the level. There's usually somewhere between 5 and 7. And you can throw your eggs at bits and sealing a flower, or you do certain little timed bits within the level and to try and earn the flower. And they're like just little sunflowers with a face on. They're quite cute, actually. It's quite nice. Mm. So you can get those. As well as that, you have to try and get 20 of the red coins in the entire level for another flower.
Okay.
As well as finishing with full health, which is 20 hearts. You get another flower for having 20 out of 20 hearts at the end of a level. And that's that can be a challenge sometimes. Because if you're near the end and you get hit by something, you think, I'm going to have to go back now and find some hearts and recover myself and go back to it. Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Do the hearts replenish themselves?
When you go past checkpoints, they do. I think you get 5 hearts.
Oh, okay. So you can pass through that checkpoint again.
Hopefully. I haven't tried doing that yet.
Oh, okay.
But there are
just thinking if you get right to the end of a level and then you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, well, there are certain boxes where you can hit them with an egg and some hearts fall out of the box. So if you leave those and always go back, you can get some of them. It's quite helpful.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you're at full health, intentionally ignore them.
Yeah, right. Exactly right, yeah. And I must just say, the actual art style of the game, I know it's called Crafted World, but it is literally made, the entire thing is made out of, cardboard boxes and, little tubes and bottle caps and things, and it's really good to look at. And everything, everything's drawn in with, pencil style and coloured in pens, and the trees in the background are actually, bits of cardboard with green colouring on them. It sounds really basic, but if anyone's listening, have a quick look at a few screenshots. It's really good. Yeah, and there's some flying things you can hit with eggs that are hanging down on bits of string. Things like that. It does add a bit of a difference. It sort of reminds me of Little Big Planet. In that
yes,
sort of
it very much. Yeah, it's quite similar to that, isn't it, in terms of its art style? Which
is a game I actually really enjoyed. Partly for Stephen Fry's narration. That was incredible. But and I would thoroughly recommend it to people. You can play as any of the colour Yoshis. I think there's 8 to choose from. But ironically, my favourite colour is green, so I'm just playing with the standard Yoshi at the moment. But it's really fun because they once you finish a level, you can do the flip side, and basically you start from the other end, but the entire level also flips 180. So when you've first done the game from left to right, you then go back to it on the flip side, still go to left to right, but the actual level was flipped around, and there's a whole other half of artwork on the other side.
Yeah, it's not a mirror, is it? It's almost like a second hidden level, like where you're saying you've got a backdrop of these buildings on a cardboard. You see the other side of it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and there's different things on the other side of it.
Yeah, because you've made you've played the demo, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so it's in keeping with the demo, and it gets more challenging, obviously.
Yeah.
You do get boss levels as well. I've only done 1.
Oh, okay.
But it was interesting. There's certain parts of the level, if you don't do it like some of the timed ones, if you don't do it first time, then you can't try again. You know, you have to literally finish the level and go back.
Oh, and start the level from the beginning again once you've completed it. Yeah.
There's one level where you go into like a giant crafted Yoshi, and you've got boxing gloves, and basically you just wheel forward. You're not in control of it wheeling forward. It's doing that on its own, and you have to punch things out the way, but jump and punch some things in certain time, and hold down and do a stronger punch for others. And you got to get a certain amount of points. Like I think it's 7,000 for one flower, 8,000 for two, and 9,000 for three. The first time I did it, I got about 4,500. I saw the end. I was like, "You need 7,000 at least." I was like, "What? How?" Because you sort of think I did quite well there.
Yeah, and you're not even halfway to.
It was incredible. But that was a frustrating one, but the right level of frustrating, if that makes any sense.
Achievable frustration.
Yeah, you don't shout and swear at it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do think, "Oh, for God's sake."
Do you need the flowers in order to unlock the next level then?
Yeah, well, yeah. Sort of unlock the next land. Like for the between the first and second land, there was just some person saying, "Oh, I'm really tired. I need 5 hearts to wake myself up. 5 flowers to wake myself up." And then you just give them 5 flowers.
Mm.
But then that person joins you in that land, and you can visit them, and they say to you, "I've got a task for you, and find 5 cows." So you'd go back to one of the levels, and you'd go through and find the 5 crafted cows out of cardboard, painted in.
Yeah.
Hit them with eggs, and once you've hit 5, you go back and you'd be like, "I found them," and he'll give you a flower for it. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's like other side quests within levels.
Yeah.
As well, so there's a lot of replayability within a level.
Exactly, you can play it once normally.
Yeah.
Play it again on the flip side to catch the 3 Poochie pups, they're called, and get them to the end of the level within a time limit. And then you can play it a third time to find the item that you've been asked to look for. Or even a 4th or 5th time, depending if it keeps asking you to find things, because there's a lot to find.
Oh, okay.
It is just interesting. It's a nice little... It's great. I've played it a couple of times on the train to work. It's that sort of thing. I could easily sit there for an hour or two playing it. It's nice for an evening.
Yeah.
If you're a hardcore gamer, then maybe not for you. But if you're... Not even if you're a casual gamer. If you're interested in casual games, then you will really enjoy this one.
Mm.
But if you just like first-player shooter games and want the fanciest thing out there, maybe don't give this one a try.
To be honest, I think if you're that kind of gamer, I don't think the Switch is right anyway, because it doesn't have the capability of those awe-inspiring landscapes. And I mean, I know Breath of the Wild is huge, but it's still quite cartoony, and
yes, definitely.
At certain times it's still playing at like 30 FPS, and it's clever in what it is, but it's not like the most grandiose game, and I don't think the Switch is designed for that.
No,
none of the games that I've seen for it are designed for that, and this, from what I played of the demo of Crafted World, fits in perfectly with you could just do a level, as you say, on a train, and then go, cool, I'll put that back in my bag and look at it at lunchtime.
Yeah, that is exactly right.
With the replayability, it'd be very easy to kind of go back to these levels for a good couple of hours.
Yeah, because it's a similar game to Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which I had, but Tropical Freeze was fairly limited in what you can do in one level. This has got much more going for it, and there were certain bits of Tropical Freeze that were difficult, but slightly too difficult that it did lose that bit of enjoyment. You think, oh, well, I can't be bothered to finish that now.
Yeah.
And then you might not play that game for 3 days because that's your next bit, that sort of thing. Whereas this, the right level of challenging, it might take you a few attempts. I mean, that Yoshi with the punching genuinely took me all morning to get what I needed. But it was worth it, and it was fun challenging.
Yeah, and it was satisfying once you'd done it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But it was also one of those that as soon as you get it, instead of just getting like 9,100, I ended up getting like 10,500 or something, because you sort of think, oh, do this, you know.
Oh, okay, so it's one of those you just got to kind of, get the knack for it, and once you've got the knack for it, you're like, it's actually, now I get it, it's quite easy to achieve what they need me to achieve. It's just learning that, almost like with boss fights in games when you've got to kind of work out their weakness.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And once you have done, it kind of unlocks the whole thing for you.
Yeah, spot on. Cool. But it's and I'd recommend it if anyone's got a Switch and watches. I'd recommend it if you haven't got it already. It is good.
Is it still about £50?
Yeah, but I think it's about. I got mine on Amazon Prime for £43.
Right.
Or $42.99 or something. So I don't know what price it is now. I'll have a quick look while I got my phone here. Not that I'm a professional again, I promise.
Googling live on air.
Yeah. Right, let's have a quick look.
I'm guessing it'll be the same sort of price. Because it's only been out a few weeks, hasn't it? So.
Yeah, my last 2 searches on Amazon. It's £40 exactly on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Or, delivered Sunday if you buy it now. Yeah, £40. That's actually pretty good for a Switch game.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But so that was my bit. Buy the game if you haven't already, it's fun.
Yeah, or at the very least, try the demo out. Because I've tried it and I was very intrigued by it. And one of the main reasons I haven't bought it is because I have no money at the moment to be buying games with.
Yeah,
and Mario
I made
Kart
sure I
is
kept some aside
in...
for this. And I've done overtime at work and
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, for me, Mario Kart 8 is still ahead in the list, but again, you already own that as well, so...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get that, and if you have Switch Online as well after that, we can have a race.
Yes.
Against 10 other, 11-year-old people from Japan who will really, absolutely really whoop us for some reason.
Is there any online on Crafted World?
I don't know. You can play 2-player, but I don't know if you have to be in the same vicinity or not.
Oh, okay.
I haven't figured that one out yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was it. That's all I've got.
Cool.
So I'll What's up in the coming week? If unless you don't want to give stuff away. Obviously.
No. That was kind of the point of the trailer last week, was to give stuff away so that people are having an idea of what's coming up. I've got kind of a free Tuesday, so I have played through a demo of a game, which I won't say what it is until you see the video on Tuesday. Okay. So, and again, that's a Switch game.
Lovely.
Talking of the Switch, I'm not going to play through the entire demo because it was actually a lot longer than I was expecting it to be, but I've picked out a middle chunk that I think kind of shows enough of the game off, so it'll probably be about half an hour of gameplay.
Yeah.
Of me going through that on the Tuesday.
I shall look forward to that then.
Thursday will be a wrestling-based booking video, booking a storyline.
Lovely.
Through. Haven't done one of those for a while. Haven't done one this year, I don't think. Oh no, I did United States Championship one a couple of months ago, but I'm going to try and do them once a month. So that's coming up on Thursday. Okay. And then the further adventures of me and you living in a house on The Sims 3. Next Sunday.
Okay, lovely.
So far we've moved in.
I need to keep up to date with that. I should share that one as well.
We've moved in and we've got jobs, but we haven't actually gone anywhere yet. And we've met some of our neighbours, so I'm going to see what our first days of work hold for us.
Let's hope we don't get fired.
Yes, indeed.
All will be revealed.
Yes.
Well, for me, it's just a top 10 on Tuesday. It's top 10 musical scores in Pokemon games.
Ah, that makes sense with what you were saying to me earlier then.
Yeah. Then Thursday is the Anything Can Happen Thursday, and I haven't quite figured that one out yet.
Okay. So, that last one was really... I quite like that last one.
I've got a couple of ideas. Yeah, there's a celebrity version of the insult game, so maybe that.
Ooh, okay.
We'll see. But but in general, that is all from me, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's all from me as well, I guess.
Yeah, lovely. All right, well, until next fortnight, TBG and viewers, stroke listeners, I'll see you all later.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.